Oh my God, John, I don't believe you put that advert out on Twitter.
You told me to get it done with AI, Pete. Well, I did it and I put it out. What do you think?
Well, it feels like it's from the 80s, John. What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you told me to use AI. I didn't have much time. I was going away.
Let's take a look at the tools you've used to make these videos so others don't make the same mistakes on this episode of AI. Hi, John. What have you been looking at this week?
Well, Pete, I thought it'd be good to see if I could get AI to advertise our services.
What a good idea.
Do you want to see how I got on?
I do, yeah. I'll see if we want to post this on Twitter next week.
Let me show you. In today's fast-changing world, businesses face complex challenges that slow them down. Inefficient processes, missed opportunities, and growing competition can hold your business back. With our AI
The ink was coming out without his pen moving.
services, we design and implement custom suites of AI tools to streamline your operations, boost
They all look very happy.
and unlock new
They all look very young.
potential. From automating processes to driving smarter decisions, we deliver tailored AI solutions that fit your business. Ready to transform your business with AI? Contact us today to take that next step on this
It's very Berlin Dean. When's the movie starting? And you should go ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
That's terrible, John.
It's not going to win any awards, is it, that one?
No, it's sort of cheesy, unfortunately. Not very contemporary. So you've had to use a mix of AI tools to even produce this, John.
Yes. I gave AI a little prompt. So I said, I run a business selling AI orchestration services. Can you suggest a pitch for an advert? That came up with that pitch. I realized I could get ChatGPT to give me the script as well. And I used some of the suggestions for shots. I kind of picked up some of those words and put those into Hailuo.
Ah, so you used Hailuo to create the video elements.
I used that to produce text to video. With the other animations, I did stills first and then animated the still. This one went direct from the text to video, which actually does give you a bit more consistency within that shot because it's interpreted what you want and then it does the whole thing rather than just starting with a still and then inventing what it does. Made some music using an AI music generation tool, but I did the voiceover myself.
Yeah, because the AI voices still sound very electronic. Maybe it's the consulting subject that is difficult to put your finger on what it actually is.
Yeah, when you talk about process improvement and things like that, you have to find some kind of metaphor or a parody.
Puzzled people, annoyed people, and people not doing things in the most efficient way.
I think you probably have to go through the normal creative process where you'd have a room full of people all going, yeah, we'll have a shot of this. And then how about if we cut to a shot of such and such? And someone goes, that doesn't sound very good. Why don't we do this? You use a number of minds to create a story, work out exactly what you want to show.
I think it would be better if you had something more tangible, like you were trying to get people to your coffee shop and you had the best coffee in the village and you can use some shots, someone pouring some coffee, someone drinking some coffee, people chatting in the cafe. People know what the experience should be like in a cafe and it's more tangible, isn't it?
Consulting's more difficult. Yeah, have you ever seen a decent consulting advert? Probably not.
No, I haven't seen any. The thing I would think of is something like struggling with your processes. And a man's with his head in his hands trying with all these loads of paper. Why are you doing that? There was another one for Monday.com, which I thought was quite a good advert. And the woman starts going, oh, I've been using Monday.com to create my own templates. And someone comes and says, why are you doing that? There are loads of templates. Look at all these. She was about to tell you how good she was at making templates. He just goes, well, I'm just sitting here relaxing. I've just used all the ones that are there. There's hundreds. So those sorts of things I think are quite good. You need to have a scenario, a story. There's no story in coming by our consulting.
No, I think also you do get into a sort of trap. You produce something, so I've used AI to produce my script. And there's a bit of a faff to go back and edit it or do it again. The idea is it's supposed to be quick. You tend to stick with what you've got and go, okay, I've got that now. I'll try it this way. I'll try it that way. I'll try it with this voice. I'll try it with that voice. And you forget about the content. You don't want to throw away what you've already done.
Yeah, because the story is absolutely the most important thread, isn't it? That's the key that's going to hook people in and get them interested.
Yeah.
The only way this is going to work is it's got a really good story.
Yes, it's a bit subtle. It had a guy looking a little perplexed, but it's not dramatic enough.
I think if you came up with that strong storyline, you'd coach it better into that train of thought.
Yeah, you'd probably get a better result in all of the tools.
By relying on it coming up with the story in the first place, it's It's not quite getting it right. That in video one that we were using, doing the shorts, that was very good at coming up with the storyline and a hook. It was quite compelling at how it did its shorts. The structure of that was good. When I've used it, I've sort of said, oh, that's quite good. I'll just swap out some of the pictures, get the voice right. He was saying something quite funny, talking about dogs taking over the Olympics. The story was good on that. It said, oh, you won't wait before you see this dog. He's going to do some amazing tricks. And then the video didn't show you any trick. So I had to add the tricks video on myself. If I look at the way people might advertise for a consultancy, it would be you or me talking to the camera, telling them something about a client and a client saying something back.
Yeah.
Very personal and not something that AI can very easily replicate.
And some of the cartoon things, maybe for adverts, that would yield better results.
I think those cartoon styles will be much easier to auto-generate.
In, was it Steve?
It's actually called Steve.
Called Steve, yeah. You can pick the style, which is our one in a cartoon version.
See, this is the sort of stuff you see now for businesses quite often. I mean, consulting type businesses and service industry.
In today's fast-changing world,
I thought she might slow down her walking at
complex
least, but she
challenges
didn't.
that slow them down.
Didn't slow
Inefficient
down.
processes.
Oh, there's a
missed
factory there,
opportunities, and growing
processes.
competition can hold your business back. With our AI solution orchestration services,
But that's not
we
a solution
design and
orchestration
implement
service. There's someone
customized
standing
suites
in front of
AI
a server
tools to
room.
streamline your operations, boost efficiency, and unlock new growth potential. From automating processes to driving smarter decisions,
that?
we deliver tailored
knows what
AI
that is.
solutions that fit your business.
See, what would be funny there
Ready to
is a little
transform your
process that
business
was
with
silly
AI?
that you could see,
Contact us
but then the
today to
chap
take the
did
next
something and it
step on this
automated it and it
exciting
all worked.
journey.
So maybe that something was going through his process, all the chocolates were falling on the floor. Then the AI robot came along, he asked it a question, he went and did this thing and connected it like that, and then all the chocolates carried on.
Yeah.
That sort of thing would be what you'd expect AI to be good at generating for you.
I think this tool is quite good. You can see how you could swap bits out and so on.
Yeah. So is this an animation tool?
Well, this is more of an advertising tool.
So this will do it in this flat style.
So you can choose an animation video. If I choose a different type of, if I choose a live video.
Oh, okay. So it's got styles.
Yeah. Also, this came up with exactly the same sequence of images each time I do it. It's not got that randomness that you normally get.
There's a hell of a lot of
today's
Getty images being used
fast-changing
on these as
world,
well.
businesses
See, maybe
face
there's a
complex
catalogue of
challenges that
pictures
slow them
sometimes it
down.
uses and the catalogue of pictures that it amends.
Inefficient
I think these marketing
processes,
tools are perhaps
missed
doing more of that
opportunities,
rather than
and
the
growing
AI
competition
animation
can hold your
tools.
business
Yeah,
back.
they're doing more image
With our
generation.
AI
It's a glorified
solution
search, really.
orchestration
Yeah.
services,
What it doesn't
we
really
design
do
and
is support
implement
the story that's being told. The story could be stronger. I think this is quite a nice environment to manage it.
Yeah, it looks nice. Maybe it's just early days.
Yeah. So one of these will win out.
This one's good at this one's good at that. Which one's going to win? Well, if this one could get better content, it'd be so much better. If InVideo could improve its content that serves up as part of its story, I would use it. I think that wins on storytelling, but it's not very good stock footage. What you really need is to provide it the 6 pieces of footage and then for it to put it all together for you. But you've got to swap it all out, which is a bit fiddly. So what's your top tip for generating short, compelling ads, John?
Have a good story, Pete. Have a good story and a good structure. Also, I think be in charge of the editing process. I found it easier just using iMovie, and I've got complete control over the length. If you want to cut a bit off, you can. If you want to insert something, much easier than the pre-formatted ones.
It's again, you can generate a load of content, but you don't get the quality. So I think anyone who's generating content automatically, yes, you're creating 100 videos a day, but it's not great content, it's volume. They might lead you to believe it's great, but actually from our experience, it's actually quite difficult for it to be great, even with a lot of nurturing and coaching. So if you were to set something off to automatically generate adverts for your business and create one every day and post it into Twitter, I would be very nervous.
And from what I've heard of people that working in creative marketing industry is the conversations with clients go on sometimes for weeks. Even if they're using tools like this, they generate something, the client goes, oh, I'm not really happy with that. I don't really like the look of that guy in the background there with the glasses. Can you change him?
That's not in keeping with our brand values.
Exactly, whatever it is. And they have to go back and start again.
I think it's quite good using different models, isn't it? So you use ChatGPT for one, Leonardo for another, Gemini for a third bit, and then you mix up their knowledge rush. It gets sort of inbred.
Yeah, maybe.
An inbred AI.
And also, nothing is good at everything. They've had to specialize. I mean, maybe one day.
So it seems like AI is not quite ready yet to generate compelling marketing videos. So we need to keep our eye out for the next tool on the horizon.